Here is how the chain of association is established between the classes of node, red-black tree, and set. Abstraction conceals the intricacies of implementation and presents users with controlled access to the desired functionality. These protected and private functions are intended for internal use within the class to solve problems rather than being exposed to the outside world. Friend class in C++ grants access to private and protected members of another class declared using the friend keyword within the class declaration. Here, the class set has been granted access to the entirety of the RGTRE class, whereas users accessing the red-black tree will have limited privileges due to access specifiers. It is considered a best practice to deallocate dynamically allocated memory after its use. Otherwise, losing track of the pointer could result in memory leaks, causing the loss of allocated memory. Recursion in programming involves a function calling itself directly or indirectly to solve a problem, with a base case defining termination and a recursive case modifying the original problem until reaching the base case. Here you can observe that the primary condition is a null pointer or leaf node, and thereafter the recursion explores the left subtree before the right. Following the rule of root, left, right, this sequence is maintained. For file streaming in C++, include open files with ify stream and offstream, read using and getLine, write using, and close with close method. This function within the utility namespace parses CSV data into two float vectors. The entire code can be viewed on GitHub. In C++, exception handling utilizes the keywords try, catch, and throw. Exception handling is implemented during file opening to prevent program crashes in case of failure, ensuring proper error display, a best practice especially in large code bases. Compile time polymorphism. Compiler resolves based on argument types. Runtime polymorphism. Resolved at runtime based on object types. These pure virtual functions serve as placeholders for all models to be built upon, while in the previous example, polymorphism was demonstrated through operator overloading. Using a set implemented with a red-black tree is demonstrated to be more advantageous than using one based on a doubly linked list, as shown in the code. The algorithms implemented from scratch have longer execution times than state-of-the-art versions. However, their results closely resemble those of the state-of-the-art implementations. For one last time, navigate to the 03 folder and open the project in Visual Studio. Now we will deal with data structures to get a better understanding of why we need OOP to manage large code bases. First, just take a look at the set and its functionality implemented. Now let's take a look at the red-black tree. Here in output, 0 and 1 next to the value of the node represent whether it's black or white. Let's dive into the node class. It has 5 data members, value, color, and pointers to left, right child, and parent. Here you must have observed data members are private, some functions are protected, and others are public for abstraction. Red-black trees are also friends with the set class. Searching for a value will look for the value provided in the tree. Merge will join trees for that you need the root of the tree to be passed to it. The set class is based on the red-black tree for all operations. It also has some functions saved from access outside the class. Print is also created to be used with the in-order function of the red-black tree. Let's open another interesting example of algorithms. Linear regression class is initialized with learning rate alpha and the number of iterations as data members. Regression is derived from the model which has fit and predict as pure virtual functions. KNN is also implemented similarly to linear regression with fit and predict methods overloaded. The execution time will take a lot of time as compared to Python implementation.